The following program is rated TV MAL. It contains strong language and is intended only for mature audiences.
I swear to God, you boot-licking Negroes, put the L in salmon.
Coons! Well, raccoons trying to get on our back porch. Mama just chased them off with a broom.
Not raccoons, you idiot. Niggas.
But I ain't gonna be the dead horse, man. Y'all get the point, so we're gonna move on to the next topic. All right? So, get a sip of my psychedelic water. Okay. So, recently, the host of the Shits and Gigs podcast, two UK guys. I don't know if you guys have ever heard of the podcast. I don't watch it much. I've seen it a few times, but they're very popular on YouTube. They got about 1 or 2 million subscribers. So they're definitely one of the major podcasts out here coming out of the UK. But anyway, they were on their US tour and they stopped by the Flagrant podcast with Andrew Schultz. And during the podcast, Schultz made a joke about black women, and somehow, some way, James and Fahad, the two guys who are on the show, had to apologize for laughing at the joke. So what I'm gonna do is, real quick, I'm gonna play what Andrew said, and then I'll play their apology, and then we'll get into the commentary. All right? So hold fast. Let's get to that video. All right, we got it pulled up. Excuse me. All right, let's get it.
What is the black girlfriend effect? This is
you don't know about
glow up the other culture.
Yeah, so you'll see a guy who's had a black girlfriend, all of a sudden he's got buzz cut, like shape up.
They shave their hair because they start losing it. Because they start stressing around this black girl complaining about shit all the fucking time.
Let's go back a little bit. Andrew Schultz is a savage, man. Let's go.
They shave their hair because they start losing it. Because they're so stressed around this black girl complaining about shit all the fucking time. That's why they gotta shave their hair.
Nah, bro. White guys with black girlfriends, they
grow beards because there's more cushion when they get slapped the fuck out of. That's hilarious.
I think the black girlfriend effect. It might be a protective instinct, bro.
You think?
Protective. Yeah. Do you guys have you ever had black girlfriends?
Yeah.
Have you ever had white girls?
Yeah.
Oh wow. Okay. What's your favorite?
We love them all.
Yeah.
Oh really?
We love them all.
Yeah. That means white.
Who gives a That means white.
No. Translation.
Kendrick fans, get
We love them all.
That's royal English.
All right, so there we have it. That's all they said. I mean, I don't see anything that serious about it. I mean, it was a joke. It was kind of funny. I mean, they laughed. But then they had to come out and apologize. Let's get to that. So here's the apology here.
To today's episode, quick PSA, quick acknowledgement. So, if you know, you know. If you don't, that's fine. But we just wanted to address something that's happening at the minute. This past weekend, there's been a couple of clips going around from when we did a session on the Flagrant podcast while we were on our US tour. And there were a few jokes made that were incredibly inappropriate. One specifically pertaining to black women. And in the clip, Andrew was making a joke. I'm not even going to get into specifics. Making a frankly racist joke. And we were laughing at it. And to give, there's first of all, before we get into specifics or anything like that, obviously there's just literally no excuse. There is no excuse.
Agreed.
And fight or flight is a real right before thing. Like it is, yeah. Fight or flight is a real thing, and it's so not easy to say, but when you're in those situations, you look at it through a lens of like, bro, if it was me, I promise you, I'll stand up, I'll kick them cameras down, I'll smack homeboy in the face, I'll say this, I'll do that. But when you're in there, you're in shock.
You're in shock, and all you want to do is move on.
Yeah, bro, move on is the fucking word, bro. All you want to do is fucking.
Them niggas did not want to move on, man. Stop it, bro. Now they saying this fight is fight or flight. Bro, them dudes was laughing. They thought it was hilarious. Now you copping a plea, talking about it was fight or flight. In real life, you wanted to kick the set down because you were so offended by it. Get out of here, bro.
You move on. Just move on to the next thing. Just move on to the next thing.
There's
and
so
like
many
we had to say a few times, bro, just move on. Just move on.
So many different topics. We were like, move on.
Yeah.
And it's not even like about pity laughs or anything, but we just wanted to
get out of that situation.
I'm trying to think, what did they expect from going on the Flagrant? It's called the Flagrant Podcast. This is what they do. What did you expect? Don't go on the show if you don't expect to get flagrant. I mean, it is what it is. Let's go, man.
Literally get out of that situation, keep the ball rolling, and we thought it was going to be more of like a bros chat, but it ended up being something
that's like really, really hurt people that look to us for support and look to us to feel protected. And protected is the main thing that I wanted to discuss, is that it is our duty to protect you guys.
Facts.
And it is definitely not a thing. Like, it is cool to be in that situation and, again, not be the ones to stand up and kick the cameras down. And we fucked it on that occasion.
We did.
It's not going to happen again. And it's about being human. It's about realizing that you don't know what you're prepared for. You don't know how to prepare for something
you don't know
that you don't know what's going to happen.
Yeah.
And once it's happened one time, you're like, fuck, all right.
You learn from your mistakes, and that's literally you learn from your mistakes.
Yeah, we fucked it, and we're sorry.
You definitely do apologize.
It's, for me, like, it's
all right, and that's enough, man. We don't have to go through their whole apology. We get the point. What I want to do is I want to play Schultz one more time, just so we can send this point home real quick. So let me go back to Schultz. All right. It doesn't look like they were that upset. They look like they were having a good time.
What is the black girlfriend effect? This is
you don't know about
know about the other culture.
Yeah, so you'll see a guy who's had a black girlfriend, all of a sudden he's got a buzz cut, like, clean shape up.
I like that. They shave their hair because they start losing it. Because they're so stressed around this black girl complaining about shit all the fucking time. That's why they gotta shave their hair.
nah, bro. White guys with black girlfriends,
They grow a beard because there's more cushion when they get slapped the fuck out of.
That's hilarious.
I think you hear him? That's hilarious. They definitely thought it was funny, man. I can't believe they copped a plea like that. You're clearly on camera having a good time.
I think the black girlfriend effect, it might be a protective instinct, bro.
You think? Protective.
Do you guys, have you ever had black girlfriends?
Yeah.
Have you ever had white girls?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Okay. What's your favorite?
We love them all. Yeah.
Oh, really?
We love them all.
That means white.
That means white.
No. Translation.
Kendrick fans, channel.
All right, man. So, I mean, look. So, I mean, look. Let me get that screen over there. All right, man. So, look, there we have it. I'll say this. First off, they don't owe anyone an apology for laughing at a joke. And honestly, they kind of lose masculinity points from me for this one. Ain't no way in hell you're gonna force me to apologize for a joke I didn't even tell. Let alone, even if I would have told the joke, I still wouldn't have apologized. But ain't no way you're gonna make me apologize for a joke I didn't tell. See, the strong independent queens are only going after those two because they know Andrew Schultz doesn't give a shit. Black women can't affect his audience, so he says whatever the hell it is he wants to say. And I'm not even the biggest Andrew Schultz guy, but I don't even think he was in the wrong. I don't think he was in the wrong at all. He turned an obvious, true observation into a joke. He turned an obvious, true observation into a joke. I mean, I hate to say it, but black women are notorious for acting out in aggressive, masculine ways, and oftentimes their significant other ends up on the short end of the stick. Pause.
I guess that's stuck in love.
Now, as a former victim of domestic violence from a black woman, I wholeheartedly agree with what Andrew Schultz was joking about. And I'm not saying all black women are violent towards their men. However, there are certainly enough of them who are. Almost every black woman on television, especially on your reality shows, are violent towards each other and violent towards their significant others. This is the reputation that they built for themselves. And when we try to call it out, and get y'all to turn course, you ignore us and support these types of representations of yourselves anyway. So yeah. These niggas should have never apologized. And in my opinion, there's nothing racist about Andrew Schultz's joke. It's like niggas gotta constantly find some way to be the victim. You gotta constantly find some way to be the victim, and it's not working anymore. It's not working anymore. As I've stated time and time again, the race card has overdrafted. The race card is overdrafted. It is what it is, man. Now, speaking of the race card, let's talk about Umar Johnson.